Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Odette Stone, and in today's video I'm just going to be giving you guys a little update on my body and what's been going on since the last time I talked about it. But before that, you should subscribe and hit that notification bell because I don't post that often, so you might want to know when I do. And so the first thing that really started to change in me was my skin got drier. I used to have combination skin. It leaned more oily than dry, and it was like a day and night thing. My skin just, all moisture, gone. Just gone. So what I did to combat that is, obviously I had to moisturize a lot, and there were some points where I had cracking, my skin started peeling, and the best way that I found to get rid of that real fast and to stop it was to get hand cream. And I mean, I was rubbing that stuff everywhere, on my face, my hands, my body, everything. And that really helped get rid of the dry skin issue. I also noticed that body hair didn't grow as quickly as it used to. So that was a blessing like no other. Trust me. That was the best thing ever, because I used to have to shave like arms, chest, stomach, everything every other day. And now that I've got my laser hair removal on top of my hair not growing as fast, I can go, like on my arms, I can go a week, sometimes a week and a half of not shaving my arms. And my face, I can go maybe a day or two post-shave. So that's been really nice. Another thing that I've noticed is I've started to pick up a little bit more weight. My face is a little bit fatter. My jawline is starting to leave me. But that's fine, because contour is a thing, and I like to do it. And then like my hips have started to fill in a little bit, and I've started to round out more. I'm not as slim / straight as I used to be, which is a blessing and a curse, because my stomach's getting a little bigger too, but we're gonna have to get on top of that. Another thing that I do want to talk about in this video is I also want to mention some more risque topics / naughty things that some people may not want to talk about or hear. Like, for example, when my skin was getting really dry, I started to experience some tearing and some issues down below, which I'm assuming was in combination with the lack of moisture and tucking that I do sometimes. So with the tension and friction down there, that did tear a couple times, and I had to do, obviously I had to tuck a little less, but what you gonna do? Another thing is, I do want to talk about orgasms and those things. So if you are not 18 or older, or don't want to hear me speak about that, please just don't. Don't listen. Skip ahead in the video. I am going to have some body shots and stuff, and I'll leave that in the description box where you can jump to just skip over that. So now let's talk about orgasms and those sensations. I've noticed now that I don't have erections that often. Like before, the wind could blow and I was standing at attention down there. Mini-me was up and ready for the battle, but not anymore. It's been really difficult to achieve an erection, and if I can get one, it's even harder to maintain it, which is a blessing and a curse depending on who you are. I personally am okay with it because I didn't like erections coming at me left and right as far as that's concerned, and I've enjoyed that. Another thing is that sex drive goes down with it, so that's kind of killed, kind of gone. I don't really much have the desire anymore, and I didn't have it, you know, like my desire to do it wasn't as strong prior to this anyway, so there's that. Another thing is, when I do have an orgasm, the sensations are a little bit different now. They're more intense. And instead of it being focused directly in the pubic area, now, with a lot of work and determination on my part, if I do have an orgasm, it starts in the pubic area and then it like explodes. It starts to travel throughout the body now. So those sensations are a lot stronger now, and they start to travel, and they last a couple seconds longer than they used to, which I'm not complaining. No, not complaining on that. One other thing to note though, with the lack of erections and stuff, that means testosterone is going down. So that also means that I'm not fertile anymore. So I can't really have biological children at this point. So that is something you may want to look into if you do choose to freeze your sperm and leave that in a sperm bank. I chose not to because I've never had a desire to have biological children personally. And it costs a lot of money that I don't have. So that's a decision that you need to make if you choose to freeze your sperm, or if at one point you do want to have biological children. You definitely need to freeze your sperm cells early on in your transition, if not before hormones, because the closer you get to the year mark, the less fertile you're going to be, and eventually it's done. You won't be able to have children anymore. So you do need to keep that in mind. Another thing that I forgot to mention was, with my orgasms, at this point, when I have one, 9 times out of 10, nothing's coming out. There's no bodily fluids that are leaving me anymore. So that's another thing that proves that I'm not fertile anymore. I ain't got no babies are coming. So, yeah. Kind of an awkward topic to talk about, but I felt like some people might want to know that, especially at this point. So keep that in mind. And at this point, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the body shots and let y'all see all of this gorgeous body and the changes that have been happening. So keep watching. So as you can see, my body hasn't changed too much. It's just, they're very subtle changes to me anyway. So don't expect a lot at this point in the game, because I'm only 7 months there and I still have a lot of time and room for growth and improvement. One thing that I will note is that my titties have gotten bigger. So yay for titties. But yeah, they're up there. They move now. They jiggle. The bra that I'm wearing is it's a B cup. I can't quite feel it all the way, but I do feel most of it out. And it's the same bra that I was wearing in my last hormone update video. So just to give you an idea / gauge. And as you saw in the video, I wasn't wearing a bra. So you can kind of see, like, I can make cleavage now if I want it. There's a little bit of a divot / dip, so you can see right in there that they're starting to take shape. And I'm really excited about that. So keep watching and look out for these monstrous titties, because they're coming. Another thing that you need to do and make sure that you're on top of is your safety and your health. I've had 2 hernia scares very recently, and I ended up ripping a muscle because of the job that I do. It involves a lot of heavy lifting and, you know, physical labor and things like that. I wasn't a very strong person to begin with. Lifting 50 pounds was a struggle for me. And now I can't really lift like 25 to 30 without struggling. So as time goes on, I'm progressively getting weaker. So you need to be on top of that. Another thing to note that I completely forgot about is that I'm a lot more scatterbrained now than I used to be. Like, I'm so forgetful. I could be talking to somebody, I could be doing something, halfway through it, forget it. It's gone. I don't know what's happening. And then it won't hit me until like, it could be minutes, it could be hours later, and I'm like, oh, that's what I was doing. Oh, I wanted to say that. Oh, I wanted to do that. So, just some things to note. And another thing that I forgot is that mentally, I am so happy now compared to what I used to be. My dysphoria is not as intense as it used to be. I'm almost never getting upset or down about, you know, my body not being what it wants to be. So hormones have been such a blessing to me, even though there have been a few bumps in the road and a couple of negatives. It's been worth it. So that is something you also need to take into account, that your body is changing. There are pros and there are cons with it as well. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned because I am going to have more videos coming. I do want to try and film some type of makeup related video here soon. I'm still having problems getting, you know, the lighting correct and my background in place. Like this right here, it's not permanent, it's going real soon, but it's what I got, so it's what I'm using. So just give me some time, it'll get better. At least that's what they tell me. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.